This is FIFA 17. We all know EA has recently placed Ultimate Team at the forefront, but we can't forget that for the longest time, Career Mode was the foundation for the entire series. One of the highest selling console titles ever, FIFA takes pride on being able to blur that line between the video game and reality. And while the graphics and the gameplay improve each year, the FIFA community has spoken out about some improvements they'd like to see in Career Mode for FIFA 18 and beyond. Let's start with building your own club. Everything from the colors, badge, and kit to building your own custom stadium. And to take things a step further, what about custom features for your fan support? Choosing smoke and flare colors and even chants you hear on match day. This concept is the epitome of creating your own footballing story. And for a career mode, it's really all about that story. Fans want to be able to truly see how a lower tier team can rise to prominence. If you take Sheffield United to the top flight, you want to be able to customize their kits, change the championship badge to the Premier League one, and if you qualify for Europe, you should be able to update the stadium if new funds come in, while also having a more realistic season-to-season transfer budget once you establish more credibility internationally. And those transfer windows are probably one of the biggest reasons people play a career mode. We sim our seasons ahead to January, and there are definitely some tweaks that can make it more of a realistic experience. How about adding the option to insert a buyback clause for a promising player you sell on? Or if you find yourself with an abundance of funds, you could actually activate a highly coveted player's release clause. And as far as the computer's transfer logic, please, no more David Alaba to Juventus every single career mode we start. The computer's transfers should just be more realistic and based off of need. It doesn't make sense for Manchester United to buy Lukaku, Harry Kane, and Griezmann all in one transfer window. Adding some transparency to what's going on around other leagues would also strengthen the transfer market. We should be able to see which players are making waves in other leagues and then looking into shortlisting those players for future transfers. Being able to see who the top scorer is in the Eredivisie or who has the most clean sheets in the Portuguese league would only add to the realism. Another staple in career mode is searching for and cultivating young talent. Right now, to cultivate that talent, we have a pretty simple youth academy training interface. We pick a player, assign them to a skill game, which then boosts certain attributes over time. This format is a good start, but what about youth academy fixtures you can actually play in or set to automatically sim? Being able to see the different age levels of your youth academy and the results of their matches would set up a much more realistic club structure, rather than promoting players based off of preset potential. Getting rid of preset potential altogether would make the game more unique season to season. We all know the FIFA Wonder Kids over the years, Tielemans, Halilovic, Lafont. It's common knowledge that the potential they're given is fairly high, and after a few seasons, their ratings inevitably skyrocket. So we see YouTubers and our friends and ourselves all purchase the same players over and over again. If potential was performance-based, it would give these starlets a platform to live up to the hype or even fail. And on the other end, player regression just seems to be broken. Once a player hits 30, their rapid decline begins, and that's just not the case for all players. Some are actually late bloomers and can flourish late into their careers. So FIFA should reflect that. As far as the presentation goes, FIFA could take a page out of NBA 2K's or Pro Evolution's book. Having some cutscenes to highlight a big signing, press conferences, and even end-of-year awards would help career mode feel more immersive. If FIFA really wants to blur the line between the game and reality, we want the in-game players to look like their real-life counterparts. The bottom line is that if we sign a player in career mode, we want them to actually look like that player, not some generic face that we've seen on countless guys over and over again. Most of the Premier League is taken care of, but FIFA is still lacking licenses for a vast amount of leagues and players. FIFA 18 is just on the horizon, so here's to hoping we get to see some of these concepts and improvements the FIFA community has been screaming and pleading for year after year. We may not get it all, in fact I know we won't, but remember it's just a game, so have fun.
Alter, so, ey, Christian, Junge, bist du...